Brothers and fathers, I have a secret. I am Brother Lazarus, and I've come to share the untold story that happened after my death. I remember just opening my eyes, the light shining, and someone lovingly and tenderly unwrapping my bandages. It was my sister Martha, and she was, you can just see in her eyes, she was so excited. And then my sister Mary, oh my gosh, it was so funny. She was so elated, and you could tell she was struggling, like, does she hug me first, or does she hug Jesus? And then, of course, I notice him. I see Jesus, and I'm like, no way. There were tears in his eyes. They were shining. My God, my Lord, my friend had tears in his eyes. It says so right here. Jesus wept. It is perhaps the shortest verse in the gospel. But I learned, brothers, that day, that real men cry. Jesus was not afraid to cry in public, in front of others. That's how much he loved me. That's how much he loved me and our family. He who willed to hunger, to share in our poverty, also willed to share in our sorrows. But he not only wept because he loved me, those were tears because the tyranny of death, because the effects of sin and death that happens because of it. And so in those tears, I realized that my friend Jesus also invites us, the Legion, to share in his mission. Not only to accept the kingdom in our life, but also to accept our mission to destroy the works of the evil one. He who has the power of death is the devil. And he's asked us, no more tears over death. But where do we begin? I mean, it's kind of funny, but the one who he was told that the one he loved is ill. And then he waited 2 more days and let me die. But then you realize that he doesn't do this for his own glory, but for his Father. Now, I was told that there are people who notice his tears, and they said, see how he loved him. So there was those who noticed his love, but there was those who also loved to notice that he didn't save people according to their plans. Right? Could not he who opened the eyes of the blind man have kept this man from dying? How often do we want God to work according to our schedule, our plans? Right? And so I realize when we struggle, right, doing housework, chores, trying to arrive on time, living in fraternal life, are we doing it and we get frustrated? Remember, are we doing it for our own glory or for the glory of the Father? So, before you guys, I see that professing and living obedience is tough because perhaps, at least I know, for me, I thought obedience meant slavery. It means binding your will. But then, what is Jesus' will? His will is for us to live. When he called my name, when I was in that tomb, all I had to do was surrender to he who is the way, the truth, and life. So I have another secret to share with you, my brothers. I am not Brother Lazarus. You are. Those stones he asked you to remove will not come with the stench of a dead man, but your life. You see, my brother Lazarus, he's asking you to surrender to the author of life. So will you humble yourself and be obedient to the point of life? Will you become another Christ? Will you roll away the stones of disobedience and remove the bandages of worldly attachment that bind you, that bind me? Will you live for your sister Mary, for your sister Martha, for Father Nathan, for your brothers and sisters you have not met yet? If your friend, if our brother, our Lord Jesus Christ, will not hold back tears over one man's physical death, how much more will he weep over one spiritual death? So, Brother Lazarus, come out. Obey the author of life. You have been given time to gain eternity. And those tears in his eyes don't lie. He loves you more than you can ever imagine.